Hi, and welcome to the Knit.love podcast. This is episode number 13, and I am your hostess, Stephanie, also known as Knit.love Steph on Ravelry, Instagram, and Twitter. Yeah. Every week I record this, or every other week I record this, and I can never quite remember exactly which social media platforms I'm on and what I'm on there as, and I try to keep it the same. So I'm Knit.love Steph pretty much everywhere, so you can find me anywhere. Um, Not a whole lot has been going on these past couple weeks. I decided this week I would try to move, like you can see the glare from my lamp. Um, I'm still in my bedroom. The hence the Twilight posters that got put up my freshman year of college, like 6, 7 years ago, and they have yet to come down, which might happen soon. So don't judge me. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh yay, Twilight posters," but me, not so much. Especially since my name is actually Stephanie Myers, which a lot of people would find ironic. Um, but anyway, I digress. Not a whole lot's been going on the past 2 weeks. I did get a ton of knitting done. I actually did a little bit of spinning. I have my camera on my bed so that I can try to play with angles and everything. And my lovely pup decided she wanted to be up here too. So it shakes every time she moves. And she's just kind of giving me, you can't see her, she's off camera over here, and, well, behind the camera, I should say. And she's kind of giving me this dirty look like, "Really, Mom? Really?" And I'm like, yes. I am talking about you to the internet. Because that's what cool people do, didn't you know? I did get a lot of knitting done this week. I did a little bit of spinning. I've been trying to get projects finished, so I kind of put the spinning on hold. Um, so, yes, and I have a finished object. I'm very excited about it. Um, if you've been following, you've been watching and seeing that I've been knitting the Shawl of Doom with the ball of yarn that never ends. Well, it finally came to an end. This is my finished object for the week. Well, actually, I have 1.5 finished objects. This is the Elder Tree Shawl. Let's see if I can get a nice close-up view of that. It's the Elder Tree Shawl, and it's by Sylvia Bobilvia, who's also known as Soft Sweater. Um, I believe she's on Ravelry, a soft sweater. Best of my knowledge, anyway. I knit this out of Araucania Wasco. Both. Let's see if I can show you that. Both the green and the brown are both Araucania Wasco. I've soaked it and blocked it, and I tell you what, the yarn gets so soft after you wash it. I have not ever knit anything for myself out of this yarn. It is amazing. Like I've knit a couple of shawls, but the person I knit them for chose to, soak and block for their own because I was not yet that capable of doing it on my own. I mean, I could. I just felt better. I didn't want to ruin anything because I'd not yet soaked or blocked anything. Because I'm a sock knitter. Who needs to soak and block, right? It is so soft. Like, I love wearing it. Even though it's like, I'll check. It is blistering hot. Oh, it's 73 degrees. 73 degrees today. And of course, I'm up in my room where it's at an extra 10 degrees. Plus, it's been raining off and on all day, so add humidity level to that, and it's just been a nightmare. But I loved knitting this pattern. If I were to do it a second time, which I am actually in lace, and I'll show you, because I got a lot done on that too. I think I might go with maybe bigger needles. I might do a size 6 for this particular yarn. I used a size 4, and I'm a particularly tight knitter. I have a I have a really tight gauge when I knit because I guess I have a firm grip. That's why I can't knit with bamboo. Never. I once had a set of Brittany double points for socks, broke every single one of them. And they were a gift, so it's not like I could return them or anything, but I broke every single one of them. I loved those needles. They are no more. Then I got another set of bamboo double points and broke all of those, so then I decided that bamboo was probably not the best choice for me. I even have bamboo straights, and I don't use them because I'm afraid to break them. But the green is color number 4. I don't have the tag anymore for the brown. It's not a solid brown. It's a variegated. You can kind of see how variegated it is. It's nice chocolates. And I really like the way that it turned out. I chose to do the brown because I ran out of the green. And I was going to get another ball of the green, but I couldn't. Like, nobody has it. And I was not wanting to spend $30 for a ball of yarn plus shipping. So I just decided to knit until the green ran out and then use the brown. Basically, when the yarn ran out, that was the end of the shawl. And then I was going to do the brown for the edging because it's the elder tree shawl. And so I kind of just figured it would give it sort of a tree look. And so I'm going to put it on Ravelry as my Deku tree shawl because it makes me... I'm a lady nerd. I am a... Well, I wouldn't say a hardcore lady. I'm more like a softcore. I'm a softcore lady nerd. And, like, I like Zelda. So the whole, elder tree kind of made me think of the Deku tree. And I know if you're watching this week, you commented 2 weeks ago, and you were totally with me on the whole Deku tree thing. And I wish I had written down your name so that I could actually give you the proper shout out that you deserve. Because you're amazing for having followed my train of thought on that. But I'm going to call it my Deku tree shawl on Ravelry. So if any of you play Zelda, that's where the Deku tree comes from. I think it's in the Ocarina of Time where, Link goes into the Deku tree when it dies or to try to save it from dying. And there's all those jerk Skulltula things that scare the crap out of me because they jump out of nowhere. Like, you'll just be, going through the tree, trying to save the tree, and then all of a sudden, whammo! Giant freaking Skulltula. And the Skulltulas are spiders. And I'm an arachnophobe, so you can only imagine how many times I threw the remote. Or the controller. Yeah, I'm a softcore nerd. If I can't even call it the proper thing. But it's finished, and I'm very excited. It only took me, 2 months. Yeah, actually, it took me, 2 months, because I started it in April. Well, about a month and a half, so I guess not too long. But I finished that. The other finished object that I have, you guys haven't seen these for a couple weeks. Oh, come on. Living in my pretty little bag that I had won on Ravelry and the Schnipple Hive group. I finished a sock. If you recognize these are the Hermione socks that I've been working on in Trekking XXL, color number 532. It might even be 523, something like that. But I finished it. I was super excited. I don't have my sock blockers handy, or I'd show it to you on a sock blocker. But these ones are for my grandmother. My mom, a couple weeks ago, I showed you guys I had finished. Oh, I messed up my nail. No! Anyway, I'll fix it later. I had another ball of Trekking XXL, and I can't even think of the color. But it was a greens. It was just like this, but it was more darker with the green. If I hold it back here, see, you guys, it's not gonna. Oh wait, you can kind of. It's very dark. I need to get better lighting, or maybe play with my cameras and see if I can't record better on another device. But it's a lot brighter than what it shows. The darker one is just like this, but it had more greens in it. And I had knit the same pair of socks, only a shorter leg, and I used the original heel, the Eye of Partridge heel. If I haven't said it, these are the Hermione's Everyday Socks. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Love it. So the way it's working is like I knit the green ones for my mom. These ones are for my grandmother. And then I have another ball that I'm going to knit a matching pair of socks for me, and we're all going to have matching socks when we go to this crafting retreat in September. So I'm really excited for that. I really hope she likes them. Because I haven't knit her socks in a while. So, and I hope she'll actually wear them. I've knit her socks before, and she's afraid to wear them because she's afraid to ruin them. She's afraid to get holes in them. And I told her the one time, I said, Grandma, if you get a hole in it, I do have the capability to fix it. I can easily darn it and mend it and do all that stuff. And then I'll have to knit you more socks to make up for the fact that you have a visibly mended sock. And she goes, wait, so if I ruin it, you can fix it, and then I get more socks? And I said, yeah, basically. But she still won't wear them. She's afraid that she's going to ruin them. But I take that as a compliment, because it means she likes my work. Because I have an awesome grandma. My grandma is amazing. She's just like me, but cooler. And so then that's it for my finished objects. But considering it's been 2 weeks and this took for freaking ever, and when you saw this last, I was right here. I was right at this, like I had just started the foot. So the fact that I got all of this done, and pretty much, okay, let's see, I was about here the last time you guys had seen it. So I got quite a good chunk done in 2 weeks. It's pretty much all I did. But I cast on yesterday for the second sock for that pair. See, I've got my lovely Vintage Rose Charms stitch markers. My camera doesn't want to focus, and I'm not sure why. I might have to play with the settings of it and see. But I'm on the 5th. I finished the 4th repeat for the actual stitch pattern. But yeah, I cast these on yesterday, and this is all yesterday's work. But this is all I knit on yesterday. Oh, my phone is going off, and I did not put it on silent. Since I don't know anybody in California, they can wait. Because I like you guys better. So that's all I've gotten done for the socks. I did do I've done quite a bit of knitting. So I got this done, I got the other sock done, and I got the other one cast on. The other thing I've been working on, oh no, please don't get caught in a zipper. I have another project, and it's stuck in the bag, and I'm really kind of upset. Look, do you see that it split? I have these 2 neighbor kids, and they are the cutest little kids ever. They're both about the same age. They're in the same grade, I think. One lives to the left of me, one lives 2 houses down to the right, and they like to play with my little sister. Well, the other day my little sister wasn't here. My little sister's 17. She wasn't here. I was. And so they asked me to play with them for a little bit, and I said, sure, why not? So we were sitting on the porch, and I had set my purse next to me because I just got home from doing laundry. And they're like, well, what's in your purse? And I said, oh, I've got my wallet, I've got some lotion, which is by the lovely Dawn of Full Farm Knits. And the little kids just had to have a little, sample of it on their hands. And they loved it. They were like, oh, it smells like honeysuckle. They were so excited. So I'm pimping you out, Dawn. I'm just saying. Um, but they're like, well, what's in that one bag? Being this cool little project bag that I made myself. Um, and I was like, well, I have knitting. And they're like, you knit? You really knit? And I was like, yeah, yeah, I do. And so they're like, well, will you show us how to knit? Okay, and I don't know about you, but I'm such a knitting freak that when I have two children that are both like 6 years old come up to me and say, will you teach me to knit? I don't care if the world is coming to an end and I have to prepare for the zombie apocalypse. I will drop whatever I'm doing and I will teach these children to knit. Spread the craft. It's like a crafty cult. Now that's a really bad way to put it, but I was just super excited about the fact that these two children wanted me to teach them to knit. And they were genuine about it. One's a boy, one's a girl. And so I had found, I came inside and I got some, I had some aluminum straight needles that I had used, like a size 15 and a size 11. If I'm going to be knitting on that big of a needle, it's going to be circular because it's going to be obviously be big yarn. So I have circular needles, and so I had a set of gold in the 15 and a set of pink in the 11, or vice versa. And I had some just old yarn that I'd gotten at like a thrift shop or whatever, in blue, like a turquoisey blue, and some in pink. And so the girl got the pink needles with the pink yarn, and the boy got the blue needles with the gold, or the gold needles with the blue yarn, which, he was obviously really excited about because, we live in Michigan, and one of our two teams, the Wolverine, we've got our two biggest collegiate teams are MSU, which are the Spartans, Michigan State University, and the other one is University of Michigan, who are the Wolverines. I know I'm going to get some serious hate mail for this. I'm a blue girl. I bleed blue. I support both teams when they're playing against anybody else, but when it comes down to blue versus green, when they're playing together or against each other, I bleed blue. So, but his family are Michigan fans too. So, I mean, he was just so excited that he had blue and gold stuff to learn to knit, which, I mean, I didn't even think about it, but he was like, yay! And I was like, yay! And so if you follow me on Instagram, Instagram, I'm Knit.love Steph. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, just go and take a look at my photos and everything. I think I'm public. I should be public anyway. I'm not sure. But I put a video of these two kids, and I was teaching them to knit, and it was the cutest thing ever. Like, the little boy, he was so excited. There's the phrase that a lot of people use when they teach to knit. In through the front door, round through the back, out through the window, and off jumps Jack. And for the little boy, it was off jumps Zombie Jack. He said, well, I like zombies, so it's going to be Zombie Jack. Can we rename him to Zombie Jack? And I said, we can rename Jack to whatever you want. And so he became Zombie Jack. And for the little girl, it was Cherry Jack, because she likes cherries. Because that's just how children roll, which I was perfectly okay with. And so I taught them to finger knit, and I taught them to do the actual needle knitting, and they actually came back the very next day with their yarn and needles in tow, saying, can you teach us to knit some more? And unfortunately, I had a really bad migraine, and it was 90 degrees, so I couldn't, sit out on the porch with them and knit. But they really wanted to learn, so I was really excited about that. But the little girl, was looking at my project, and got the yarn caught in the zipper. And when I went to take it out to knit, it snapped because I didn't know it was caught in the zipper. And it's lace weight. I wanted to cry a little bit on the inside, but I did not, because that would have been bad. But the project, I'm sure I can join it because it was at the end of a row. So I'll just do a simple, join, because it's a 2-ply lace weight. It is it's so soft. It is beautiful. It was my anniversary gift to myself before my husband and I separated, which I'm okay with for anybody who's asking. I've gotten this because I didn't get an anniversary gift, so I got one for myself. It is alpaca with a twist, Fino, so it's the lace weight. It is 70% alpaca, 30% silk, and it's not going to show. If I hold it back here, let's see. It's in this pretty brown taupe color. It almost matches my nails. I try to coordinate my projects with my nails. I did it last week. My nails were red, and it was nice. They matched the stitch markers on my project. But I'm actually not in the middle of a row, so I can show you. This is a second elder tree shawl, and I'm knitting this on size 6 needles with the lace weight. See my cute little ladybug stitch markers? And this one's growing, and I know it'll block a lot bigger, but this is amazing. Like, it's nice and drapey, and I'm really excited to have it finished because, I mean, it's already quite big. But I don't even know how many repeats have I done. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last time you guys saw it, I was right here. And like in one day, we had to go pick up my younger brother from college. And his college, okay, so this may be backwards. Ooh, my dog jumped off the bed. Okay, so let's see, you're going to see this backwards, I think. So yeah, there we go. I live here. My brother's college is like here. So it's about a 2-hour drive to go pick him up from college. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. And I had to ride shotgun. And so the entire drive back from his college, I knit. And so, well, pretty much since we got to the highway, so it was about an hour and a half that I spent knitting on it. And I got, because I was here last time when you saw it 2 weeks ago, so I got all of that done. And I mean, it grows exponentially. So like, I was here and got all of it done. And I wish you guys could feel it. I wish like the internet was interactive because it's really soft. And I know that when I wash it and soak and block it, it's going to get a lot softer. At least that's what I've been told. And I'm hoping I can get it done before fall because I think it would look really pretty over, long sleeves. See, like it goes with me so well. But that is what I have. And I'm just down to 2 projects. One big one, one small one. I'm down to 2 projects. And I am spinning, so I'll show you. I've been spinning just a little bit. I have been spinning some hand-dyed roving that I've dyed. A few episodes back, I showed you where I'd had some braids that I dyed. There was one if you go to the backlog, and there's one. It's called. I've already showed you guys where I spun the vintage rose from my mom. Well, I had a couple others. There was unicorn. It was mermaid hair, unicorn tail, and I want to say Irish Isle or something like that. I'm not quite sure what I pulled it. But I believe this is the mermaid hair, and this is just half of it because I split the roving because I like to do 2-ply, and it's so fun. It's a lot of green and teals, turquoises, and there's a lot of, like, there's a hint of purple, splashes of bright pink. That's bright. You're not going to be able to see it, but this is like a bright fluorescent pink, and it's 100. It's what I get for sniffing wool, guys. I have lipstick on, and I went to sniff it and just got wool all up in my lips, which isn't fun. It's 100% Cordale. I had gotten it. I got it from a friend in exchange for knitting a shawl for her, rather than we just do this trade where I knit for her and she gives me wool. Yeah. The other thing, I've been talking about the yarn that I'd ordered for my grandmother's socks. I decided to give my grandmother the brighter colors because I think they'd be a little bit happier for her. And I've been saying that I had lost the ball of yarn that I had ordered for her socks, which are now going to be for my socks. I had lost them. I lost it, and I found it, so now I can show you. This is Trekking XXL in color number 535. It's 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, made in Germany. So, and I really like the colors on it. I'll even take the label off so I can show you guys better. It's really dark because it's a 2-ply. 1-ply is like a dark rainbow color, so it's got like deep reds and the scarlet and the blue and a little bit of yellow and some green. But the 2nd ply is black, which you'll notice on the other socks that I've knit as well. The 2nd ply is black. Like, it's just, maybe you can kind of, I'm not sure if it'll even show. Nothing in the light. Oh no, whatever shall I do? As I mess up the label. No, it just looks black back here. Kind of. We're kind of getting somewhere. I just need to get a better camera. But those are going to be from my socks as soon as I get my grandmother's socks finished. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it on Instagram. So if you look on Instagram, I'm Knit.love Steph, KNITLOVESTPH, on there. So you can find me and I'll post a picture of it. The other, I was going to show you. I made myself a spinning wheel hook, an orifice hook. I had some jewelry craft wire, and I made myself a cute little orifice hook. It looks a little crooked because it kind of is, because my dog sat on it. But it's soft jewelry wire, so it's not like it's fixable. But I was really excited about it. Yeah, and it's supposed to be. I was being artistic, and I put a ribbon on it that matches the wire, and I even sewed it so it's not like it's. And it's big enough that I can put it on my wrist while I'm spinning, because I tend to break a lot. Or I can even hang it on the knob that's on my wheel. So I was really, really excited about it. My mom thinks it's the coolest thing since sliced bread that I was able to do that. And I think it's cool too. And because I'm down to 2 projects, I'm not going to knit my own socks until I knit my grandmother's socks, just so I make sure hers get done. I'm thinking about casting on another project, and I have this yarn that I ordered, or I hadn't ordered it. I bought it through a D-stash on Instagram from a friend who I found out lives near me. And we think it's Cascade. It didn't have a label. It looks brown. It's red. It's a bright crimson red with variegated, so it goes from red to a dark red to almost a purple scarlety color. And like a plum. And I'm thinking about turning it into a sockhead hat. Because my little sister sort of confiscated the sockhead hat that I had in the other yarn. Which is okay. That's Knit.love, I guess. And so I'm trying to decide if it wants to be a hat or if it wants to be a shawl. But I'm kind of on a shawl kick. Because I don't, it's really pretty, so I don't want to make it into socks because nobody ever sees the socks. I always wear jeans, and in the summer I wear flip-flops. So by the time it comes to, you know, sock wearing weather, nobody's going to see them. So I kind of want to turn it into a hat. Would it look good as a hat? I think it would look, I think it would look great as a hat. But I guess, do you mind, little miss? Come here. You might be able to see her. Come here. You're okay, come here. Come say hello. And you can kind of see her. She's now decided she wants to lay in my lap. She's been a little cuddle bug here the past few days. You guys saw her last week, for the last episode. She's my baby girl. But I mean, that's all I've really got for knitting and everything going on. And now that life has sort of slowed down, I'm going to try to start recording weekly. But I just don't know that I have enough, because I don't knit too much anymore because of the migraines and everything, because I still get them. We're working on my medication. Which they finally switched, so I'm not so, hello, all over the place. Okay, bye-bye. She decided she didn't want to sit in my lap anymore. So I'm not so all over the place. But I still get the migraines, and so I don't really have a whole lot of oomph to knit. But I'm doing my best, and I'm still not back to work. Just because the one medication zonks me. But anyway, so that's all I have for knitting. That's all I have for spinning, and I actually had some finished objects this week. So, yeah, maybe next week I'll have some other projects and everything, maybe another finished object, hopefully, to show you guys. So I guess until then, I shall bid you adieu. Some sweet knitting juju, and hopefully some good weather, because it's been a wreck up here. So yeah, alright. I will see you guys next time, and happy knitting. Bye!